as the EchoPark Automotive Grand Prix gets the green flag.
Whoa!
4 wide. Okay, 5 wide. Whoa!
Look out.
Who came diving up the inside? That was Ross Chastain, and he turned Chase around. Good grief.
It'll be like middle there.
Well, that's
Gilliland involved too.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about. You have to protect yourself in turn 1, and Ross Chastain just went for a dive bomb move right there and just wiped out Chase Elliott.
It was not a very smart move there. He won't be happy. Chase Elliott will not be happy with that and shouldn't be.
Well, very similar to the start of the IndyCar race at St. Pete with a crash on the first lap, but these cars are so durable. They may not even need a pit stop. Oh, Zilich off pace there, or off track, is it?
Yeah, and as we go back and see that, I'm sure that there was some sort of contact with all that action and 5 wide there in the first corner. But that's what happens here. That corner is super inviting. Let's see what happened, Clint.
Well, you can see him flying to the inside, and he was actually crossed over too and just kept going. Couldn't get stopped, run right into the left rear of the 9 car and spun him out. I mean, it's as simple as that. You called it, Kevin. I mean, that's Calamity Corner. Has been forever and certainly was. You can see him all the way back there.
Yeah, and that's
Chase Elliott had no clue he was coming.
Right past start finish. Ty Dillon had contact with another car and gets it rolling.
Caution is not out. We're still green.
Good, keep rolling, keep going.
That happened back at 30th position.
Oh, you see Kyle Busch off the racetrack right there. See a lot of smoke out of the right front car. That splitter's shoved back into the right front tire.
You can see Cindric gets pushed out by Ty Dillon, and watch the aftermath. Didn't like that. Gonna repay it now. He went from right on the back bumper of his teammate to looking in the rearview mirror.
Well, Bubba.
Yeah, we saw it.
Yep, track limits at turn 5, so he is going to do the drive of shame to the outside of 13 and 14 and have that stop and go penalty off course. All right, now Bubba Wallace has to pay the penalty this time. He goes off course at turn 13 into this penalty lane.
Go.
Makes the stop and goes.
It just takes grip out of the car. You're taking laps out of the car. You're taking capability out of the car. So you're going to have to be really, really disciplined today.
For the lead.
See Shane go on the inside of Tyler Reddick there.
And right there at
crossover.
6A.
Crossover coming. I don't think he's giving up. No, he's going to take it. Great pass. Set him up perfect, didn't he?
Yeah, you saw that.
Look who's right behind him.
That area going into this from 6 to 6A that we've seen the addition on this weekend with the racetrack being shortened. We've talked about it all week. That corner almost of 6 almost goes all the way back to the right when you go to the left, and it opens that inside up for that straight out braking maneuver like we saw right there.
I love the new section of this racetrack. I think it's created better passing zones, and it was prime example right there on display.
Now that battle for the lead allowed not just Kyle Busch but also Daniel Suarez and Kyle Larson to close in on the lead duo.
And you close your eyes and think back of years past at this track, who's good, and you just named several of them. Suarez, good track for Trackhouse in general. Kyle Larson, obviously, certainly. There's Kyle Busch making a pass on Reddick. I am very impressed by Kyle Busch and everybody at RCR in this 8 car.
Close quarters there coming off pit road, and that's going to hand the lead to Bubba Wallace, who's looking for stage points here, the 10 points that go with the stage win.
Yeah, and we saw SVG coming out of his pit stall there. He had a little stumble taking off, and that was all that was needed for Kyle Busch to exit the pits right on his rear bumper.
Now Chase Elliott, as we mentioned, had climbed up into the top 7 because everyone else in front of him pitted.
Well, that just shows you the track position he lost at the first of the race when he got turned around. He stayed on the racetrack and barely just got caught up to him.
And uncontested, he will get the stage win here at COTA. First stage win for Bubba Wallace on a road course. Second place points to Joey Logano, Van Gisbergen, and Busch a car length apart for 3rd and 4th. Chase Elliott 5th.
Well, you see Tyler Reddick putting some pressure on SVG up front right here. We saw his car was really good to take off in the last run. It's Kyle Busch. Late move right there on the 45 car of Tyler Reddick.
And that'll shove Reddick back to third. Suarez fourth, with a mirror full of William Byron and Allmendinger coming into the picture. And that's 16.
To be a big win for Kyle Busch. Look at the inside. SVG's going to make the pass here, guys.
New leader Kyle Busch.
Pounce on them both. It was a late surprise there and got him. Reddick to the inside of SVG.
Kyle Busch. Shane Van Gisbergen gave him a bump coming through turn number 20 to start finish, and here's SVG for the lead.
That was just being lower in 6, setting him up for the inside. I mean, it was simple as that.
Yeah, and we saw him give the back bumper of Kyle Busch a shot there coming off at turn 20.
Well, Mike, another guy fast right now is the 87 of Connor Zilic. You see on the screen, up 13 spots since they restarted from the stage break. That team came in, they got tires during the stage break. Everything was good with the car after the earlier incident. We saw that right front flat tire. He said maybe the toe's out a little bit, but not bad. As for how it's driving right now, he says it's very good. I just need a little more forward drive, meaning when he gets on the gas pedal, he needs it to go forward better for him. And I love what crew chief Darian Grubb did. You've got a young guy in the car. He was very calm, cool, and collected through the whole process as they had those issues earlier, and it's paying off right now.
Trying to pass Brad Keselowski for 16th, and not without a little contact.
Brad's not giving up easy. Still to the inside here. He's going to win this, just like you said, setting him up for the next corner. It's exactly what you were talking about, Mike.
Right now he needs the turn. It's better with him as well, but gave up some rear grip as we see trouble for Kyle Larson there.
Oh, big trouble. He's lost the right front wheel.
Wheels have fallen off the bus. That's not the wheel they were even waiting on, Kevin. They were working on the left rear.
And that will have implications beyond today.
Well, here we go again. We saw this race
at short run speed,
off of pit road speed, and that short run speed. And there you see Kyle Larson's tire. That'll be bad news for next week.
Well, certainly a penalty, but it's off the course, so I think that will be fine.
Yeah, we should stay green from that. Ryan Prix is now the race leader. After several of the front runners have made their pit stops. Ryan Blaney, Michael McDowell. And here's a look at it. Coming to 20. And Prix, who led from the pole at Martinsville in 2023 and scored the win in stage 1, is going to pick up his second career stage win here by 2.4 seconds over Ryan Blaney and Michael McDowell. McDowell on the inside in yellow is going to lead him out of turn number 1 with Kyle Busch right alongside.
Yeah, and what those guys are hoping for is that track position will make their cars try to minimize the loss to just pit under green and not have to give up all that track position with Michael McDowell.
Actually, I thought they'd have him in the rearview mirror already. He's holding pretty strong here.
He is quite the veteran road racer. And you noted Allmendinger got third, and here comes Kyle Busch for the lead at 6A.
And Allmendinger got around Van Gisbergen behind him.
In 19 or 20 here, he needs to get by Michael McDowell as quick as possible, and McDowell's on the opposite strategy. He needs to protect as much as possible. So we see a spin right there. Daniel Suarez right behind him, spinning, coming off 19. Fender's torn off.
And that will put us under caution. The first one for cause today. Is that
that's
Connor
Zilic?
So caution at lap 51.
He's into them barriers pretty hard.
Yes, he is.
Daniel Suarez with a lot of damage at turn number 19. Daniel Suarez and Connor Zilic.
Boom.
And as a team owner, it just always seems to work that way. Two of your cars smashing into each other, but that's definitely 50% of the cars.
He'll have to restart tail end of the longest line.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we explained. I've done it several times in this car, but the suspension will bottom out on those stops.
He hit that road, just like you were saying.
And you hit that road, and it just pitches the back of these cars around. So you have to be super careful. I wrecked the very first practice session at California Speedway, Clint. You remember this. You were covering it. As you're going to see Connor Zilic just pile into Daniel Suarez right here.
Way to go.
Oh, man.
Dang it.
But
told you, there's Bell to the inside of SVG.
Way to the inside, right down against the line. They're going to be 3 wide into the corner.
Here comes Byron as well.
And Briscoe to the inside. Kyle Busch gets away first.
Well, we see Allmendinger get shoved wide, and that's the tough part of being about the last car on the outside. You wind up taking a chance of getting off in the gravel right there.
12 wheels corner better than 4, don't they?
I guess. Sure looked that way.
Alex Bowman, course limits turn 4 as his tough day continues. Denny Hamlin on pit road.
So right there, Clint, you see SVG ran a 1:41.3 and Kyle Busch ran a 1:40.13. So.
And I'm glad you said that, because the last lap of the 20 car was in the 1:42 second bracket, way off the pace. So I figured they were coming that time, and it was. Larry, is it surprising you that Van Gisbergen is staying out this long?
Yeah, the only thing I can figure that Steven Duran is trying to do is basically split it in half. That way he's not having to run a lot of laps on either set of tires. But the downside, and I know cautions have been few and far between, the downside, if a caution comes out, his day is done. His day is done to these guys that just pitted for 4 fresh tires.
Remember your zone.
All right, he leaves his pit stop in 3rd spot, but about 5 cars are going to overhaul him before he gets out on track and up to turn number 1.
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about, was he was going to fall into that pack that Christopher Bell fell in, but he's going to fall all the way to the back of that pack behind Todd Gilliland and Chase Briscoe right there. So now he's got several more cars that he's going to have to work his way through. Oh,
wow. Austin Dillon.
Caution. That 11 car had a right front tire
that car's
down.
in the gravel. The 3 stuck.
Stuck in the gravel.
Yeah, he's stuck. Caution.
You're gonna see a caution.
In the 11.
Oh, big time stuck.
Racing for 20th place were Austin Dillon and
Caution
Denny
is
Hamlin. Yeah, that's high-sided. That's not coming out of there without the hook.
Bombed it in there and locked up both fronts and wiped you out.
All right, Kevin. Now who is a benefactor of that? That would be SVG. Those softer tires put him right back in contention with those guys.
Well, the fresher tires, you know, I think for SVG, I mean, that was exactly what they were hoping for. They knew that they weren't going to catch up because of how far they were behind. Now they've put themselves in a position for a tire advantage.
Everybody's staying in line so far. Will anybody try to dive in? Here's Bell to the inside.
This is very orderly. Van Gisbergen
Byron
shoots the middle.
Byron split up the track. He actually missed a little bit, and then Allmendinger got in the back of him and made it worse.
Van Gisbergen got Tyler Reddick, who gave him a bump and passes him back. As Busch brings them up the front straightaway with Bell in tow. We're right back where we were prior to the caution flag and the pit stop.
This is it's gonna be teammates. Briscoe diving to the inside, takes out his teammate Gibbs.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that was just super aggressive move. They were already 2 wide. Briscoe put it 3 wide, and unfortunately his teammate right there was the one that got the bad end of it.
2 laps quicker, or excuse me, newer tires with Bell.
Well, that's as close as the 20 car has been off of turn 20.
Looking to the inside again. See that braking is way better.
Oh,
Oh, he missed!
He almost wrecked. You're good. You're
Missed it.
And here's Byron for the taking, but man, that was close. About wiped them both out. That'd have been big.
Clear.
Handed it to
Take
Byron.
it off. Go get him. We're good.
Coming up the hill to turn 1.
Yeah, that's where he locked it up and finally had to lift off the brakes. That's the only thing you can do. When they lock up like that, the only fix is not a good answer, because it means you're going faster.
Yeah, and he's going to get right back there. He's going to have to make something happen.
Drives alongside
they're
and
into one
contact.
another. Careful here. Here comes Byron.
Well, that's the type of stuff that puts you puts yourself in a bad position, and then you put yourself at risk of getting a penalty through the S's.
From which one, Mike?
Yes.
They're all under crazy pressure. Eight's holding on to this thing, holding them up and making his car wide.
Oh, got a little wide there, and Bell gets to the inside.
Pushing him to the out.
Still there, door. 24 with you. Still there, left, Derek. Don't run him out too much. 24 on you, pushing. You're clear. Trying to cross over, right side quarter.
Got to cross over.
Yeah,
right
Christopher
here.
Bell has been everywhere except in Kyle Busch's trunk, trying to get by him.
Right here, Clint. You got to push him wide.
Left side.
Bell to the lead.
It's not over.
No, and Kyle Busch now he needs to go right back at him with some sort of contact or something
You're going to have to exit turn 1, door to door with him, or cross over. He might cross him over here. Byron's there.
Oh man, that pressure from William Byron kind of limited his options, and then he missed turn 2 right there again.
Kyle's car is used up.
Yeah, he's had a lot of trouble in turn 2.
And Byron gets by.
Close. Here we go.
And Reddick's right there now because of it closing in.
High half. He's on you tight. He's looking to your right. He's on you tight.
Reddick's car is extremely good. If he can get around and make quick time of Busch, he'll be right there.
Byron wants this as badly as Bell does.
All clear coming off. Even at the straight here, bud. Hit your mark.
What I love is they have all run each other cleanly to this point.
Yeah, and you know, they've rubbed on each other a little bit, and it's been a very clean battle up until this point.
This is a different stride. Now he's going to try to do the crossover. It gives him a good drive up off the corner as he's looking to the inside. Not close enough.
Well, he's close. He's as close as he has been.
One more chance.
And Reddick drifts back a bit. 19 and 20 for all the marbles.
Well, you saw
him over coming into 20, the last corner, guys.
Christopher Bell went in shallow right there, so now he's got one last chance.
A defensive move, and here they come to the front straightaway. Bell grabs a gear, and that is going to do it. Christopher Bell goes back-to-back super speedway road course winner. Byron second, Reddick third. Chase Elliott, Kyle Busch.
Wow, how about Chase Elliott coming all the way back up to a top 5? Fantastic evening of that race.
Yes, sir, that is a winning streak, that's for sure.
That was a hell of a drive today.
That was a great race.
Yes, sir.
Hi, folks. Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.